Let's talk about what somebody needs to become a professional musician. Say that they're finished, ready, to graduate from Berklee, they're moving on. What are the building blocks that somebody needs, whether they want to become a great teacher like you, go on tour? What do they need, Henrique?
If you want to be a great teacher, start teaching. I mean, I've been teaching since 1985. You count the years. I lost count. You start teaching, because more you teach, more you learn. My teach really changed when I went to the Southern Miss University, Mississippi, to get my master's, and I was working under Dr. John Wooten. Do you know this guy?
Yes, John.
Dr. John Wooten is a beast. I never met anybody in person that played that many things. John Wooten, he plays drum set. He's a jazz vibraphonist. He's a marching band expert, a classical percussionist. He has a steel band. He plays Afro-Cuban and Brazilian percussion. What the heck, right? So very intimidating. But he really kicked my butt, and he gave me a lot of students that I really fine-tuned my teaching at Southern Miss, and that's after Berklee. Because I always taught, but not at that volume, because I was a teaching assistant. I was getting a master's degree and teaching full-time, kind of a full-time schedule. So what the students will ask a question, hey, do you have any fingers exercise? I'll write an exercise and give it to this guy, and then the next day somebody asks the same thing. So I start saving those things. I said, oh, everybody's asking, oh, hold on, I'll make a copy for myself and give it. And then every time I wrote something that really worked, which I still do, to prove that I'm not BSing you, over there you see some music taped to my corkboard.
Yes.
Yesterday, I had to teach this guy. He had an Afro-Cuban gig. I had an hour to teach him mambo, songo, cha-cha-cha, and 6/8 in 1 hour, 15 minutes. So I never did that before. So I had to really come up with the easiest grooves, the essence. And I wrote it down. I said, I'm going to keep that. This is pretty cool, because I just had to come up with what is the essence of those things. I only have 15 minutes for each. So I said, I might save this for somebody who is in the same situation in the future. So if you want to be a great teacher, start teaching. And you start studying the psychology of teaching, interview at least 10 great teachers of all time, and you study with at least 10 teachers that are great teachers, because they will show you by action and you got to try. See, here's how this works with everything, not only drum and teaching. You have to acquire knowledge, learn knowledge. That's just information coming from the outside to you. Learning, right? You're just soaking in all this information, right? Then you have to test your knowledge. What I mean by that? Okay, let's say you're learning some Afro-Cuban rhythms and you study that for 5 years. Then you got to test it. You're on the Afro-Cuban gig. And then you're going to play something that didn't work out. You're going to play some of the things that works out. If you start testing your knowledge over and over and over, you're going to discover, oh, when I treat this guy like crap, he doesn't treat me nice. So maybe I should treat him nice, because when I do that, I get treated nice back. So that's now you're becoming wise. A wise man or a wise musician is the guy who tests. He failed a few times. He start to figure out, okay, 90% of the time on this situation, when I do this, it works. It's going to probably work now. It might not, but probably will work now, right? Yeah. So that means that you're becoming wise. You only become wise if you have the knowledge and you test the knowledge a lot. And then you become an expert of, okay, I know this is going to work because 99% of the time works in this situation, right? Yeah. And that's the difference we're talking about being a good teacher. Publishing. When I publish a book, I usually taught that for at least 10 years, and I tested, and I took the key. Like, let's say I have a new class at Berklee called whatever it is. I start to teach in that class. For a few years, the class gets better and better. Okay, this doesn't work. This work. Oh, they learn faster when I do this. They learn it slower when I do that. They love this. They hate that. When I do this, I got better results. So I start kind of tweaking. So after 10 years of that, okay, all this here is. So I published that because I just didn't come up with that last week.
Right.
I have proof that this works great, right?
Awesome.
So if you want to be a teacher, do that. If you want to be a professional musician, besides be able to read, be able to know the styles, have a decent time, have a great sound. Nowadays, if you want to be on the game, you have to have a ability to track, be able to record, do video and audio, and also be good people. Show up on time, be organized, respect the gig. If you don't want the gig, don't take the gig and complain about the gig. And understand where you're there to do, be of service. If you only think about yourself, right, why people needs you? What are you going to bring that they need, okay? Because if I'm a producer and I hire you to do a project and I wrote a set of songs, I needed to play my songs the way I envision. Right? If you're a singer and you're singing a song, I'm there to make you feel comfortable. If you're a drummer and every time the band plays with you, they feel great, they feel easy to play, they feel that you're a team player, they're going to call you back. And if you want to take to a higher level, you want to make such a great job that they actually needs you. Right. They don't want you, like when you're not there, it's going to be a problem. That's what you want. Like, oh man, you can't do the gig. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? That's what you want to do.